All right, guys, let's try that again. I'm gonna make sure the mic is on. Let me record it as well. No mistakes this time. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. All right, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna start this one this time until everything's cool, everything's working. See, the thing is, there's a lag between Zoom and Facebook. Perfect, 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 perfect. Everyone can hear me. Cool, cool, cool. So even though, even though it is now 2 a.m. here in the UK in London. I'm gonna go through this because I promised, and I want to share this live with everybody because yesterday, I went live in my own personal Traffic Masters group, and that was great. But I think it's something that everybody can benefit from as well. So, firstly, let me just share the screen so we know exactly what we're talking about here. So what we're talking about is this 5K day, okay? This 5K day, how it was done, and what the exact point is to it, okay? So this is the post I'm referring to here. 5K in under 24 hours. Um, there's only one high ticket program I do like this, and I'm gonna share it. I shared it with my private group. I'm gonna share it with everybody else as well. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm fulfilling that promise that I made. Okay, so let's just take it back. So the first thing to remember is, okay, and you get a lot of nonsense. You get a lot of nonsense. You get a lot of people when you often see things like this. You get people that say, "Oh, I just made a 1K commission while I was sitting in Burger King," or I was out at dinner and I made $500 or something like that. So the thing is, that's not really helpful to anyone. Funnily enough, I did make the 5K while I was sleeping, but that's not the point. Okay, the point is that there's a process to get up to that point, and that's what I believe in. That's what I teach. That's what I've taught to my students here. So they all know this. They all know exactly what I'm talking about here, and they're going to be able to do some serious damage like this as well. But I just thought it's useful for the wider public to know how you can do these type of things as well without falling for all the hype and the fluff. Okay, because these things are possible, but obviously it takes a process to get there. So that's a process that I'm going to share on this live. Okay, so let's do that. Let me share the screen here, and I'm going to go through it right now. Okay. Hey, Venkatesh. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Matthew. You're a beast, also, my man. So, guys, well, first, let me just show you the proof, okay? Because again, you'll always have the odd haters and naysayers and stuff. So, this is here, and this is. So it wasn't yesterday; it was the day before. So today's not too bad either. And as you can see, this was yesterday or the day before yesterday, whatever. It was a 5K day. Okay, it doesn't matter when it was. Now look, this is the important part. Now, in my Traffic Masters course, I promised to everyone I'll teach you how to convert leads into sales like never before, like customers like never before. So everybody who's in this course now, they know exactly how I've been able to do this with all the resources. And the first thing I teach in that lesson is this. And it's very important to have this because this is the core theory here for being successful online. Okay. And that's in any niche. It doesn't matter what niche it is. This is you only really need three things. Okay. Now, obviously, you need a lot of different things, sub skills, etc., etc. But the bigger picture is you only really need three things. And when you start thinking about online marketing in this way, this is when you start seeing results, and this is when you really start getting clarity. Because, excuse me, what it allows is you really become removed from any shiny object syndrome. Okay, because what you have to realize is the only three things you need is someone to sell to. Well, I'll start here. You need something to sell, okay? Your own product, someone else's product. I don't know, fishing gear. It doesn't matter. You need something to sell, okay? So the point I'm saying here is, I'm not telling everybody to promote the same thing I promoted, okay? It made sense for me, and I'm going to tell you why. Using this exact principle, it made sense for me. It might not make sense for you, that's fine, but you can still use the same theory, the same core principle that I used, okay? You can do that. So you need something to sell, okay? Very simple. You just need something to sell. Now, the second part is you need somebody to sell to. So here's when we start talking about traffic, okay? You're talking about email ads, you're talking about Bing, Facebook ads, Google, or you're just talking about having a network, having an audience, having people, a warm audience on Facebook, having an Instagram following, having a YouTube following. It doesn't matter. It all falls into somebody to sell to, okay? This thing here. And the third thing is you need somewhere to sell it, okay? Your website, a sales funnel, a webinar, a messenger bot, an email broadcast. These are all just systems to sell whatever it is you're selling, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that's making sense, okay? I tend to ramble sometimes, but it's very important that you understand this because it's going to avoid you a lot of nonsense going forward, okay? Because everything in your email inbox, everything being pitched to you and being promoted to you and trying to drag your attention in different directions, it's just trying to fulfill one of these three core principles, okay? If you think about it, people selling you software and ways to generate more traffic and things like that, they're just trying to take care of this for you. They're trying to give you somebody to sell to. The offer part, okay, when people are trying to get you to join their programs or their affiliate marketing opportunities, they're really just trying to give you the something to sell, okay? They're trying to fulfill this part of it. And of course, the system, when people are trying to sell you funnels and done for you funnels and webinar templates and things like that, and people are just trying to sell you the system. They're giving you somewhere to sell it, a platform, okay? So things like ClickFunnels and royalty and all of that. So what do you make of all this? So what you need to do is you need to think, what things here are going to be aligned to me, okay? So my main business is I sell traffic, okay? But that doesn't just restrict me to only selling traffic. I use this same theory to do affiliate marketing, to build up high ticket commissions and everything else. And I'll tell you how, okay? So using this very same core principle, if we use the example, I'm talking about how I was able to do this and make this 5K, it was because the first thing I identified was the something to sell, okay? And in this case, it was traffic, okay? It's a traffic authority, it's a high ticket traffic program. But the point is, it was aligned with my core principles, okay? Since I sell traffic anyway, I know how to monetize the traffic. It makes a lot of sense for me to be able to sell high ticket traffic packages. It's very much within my passions, within my beliefs, okay? So that's cool. That part's taken care of. Now, it might not be yours, and that's fine. You just have to find what it is that you want to do as the something to sell part. So I had that, okay? So I had that part of it. I qualified all the way up because I know what to do with the traffic. So for me, it's a no-brainer since when I bought the traffic, I knew where to send it. And therefore, it's less of a cost, okay? If you don't know what you're doing with the traffic, it might be a different story. Anyway, that was my something to sell in this scenario, okay? Now, the someone to sell to, did I use Facebook ads to get this? No. Did I use Bing ads? No. Did I use solo ads? No. I reserve my best email traffic for my clients. That's my business model. Somebody just asked me that earlier today, but I used free organic traffic, okay? I used Facebook network, which is what I teach as well, but not in the way that you see other people doing, okay? In a very sort of advanced and intricate way, I would say. So, and I'm going to show you how as well. So that's the someone to sell to. Okay. So I kind of put it in my head like, okay, this is what I'm going to sell, and the traffic I'm going to match it up with here is going to be, okay, a warm Facebook audience. It's going to make sense to these guys. So I kind of matched it up like that. The system I used, you know, it wasn't a funnel, it wasn't a webinar, it was just Messenger, Facebook Messenger. Okay, very simple. So very simple, and those were the three core things taken care of. Okay, so now let me jump into more detail. Let me jump into more detail on that. Okay, let me just check that everything's going good here. My name is actually Jasdeep, not Jaspreet, but that's cool. Let's see who else we have on here. Yeah, my name is Jasdeep, not Jaspreet. Okay, cool. So let's crack on. Okay, let's go on with it. Let's go on with it. So what exactly did I do to be able to get to that point? Well, this is the next big part of the puzzle. Okay, so I literally made one Facebook post. So this is when the company first launched, which was last year in 2019. So remember when I said I didn't just wake up to this and I wasn't driving through McDonald's? It's because it's a process. So it's something, I guess, that my hard work last year paid off. Okay, obviously I had more commissions in the meanwhile, but you get the point. So the thing that most people are missing and not really understanding, and this is why I teach this in depth in module 2 in my course, so everybody watching this knows this, is ad copy, sales copy. Okay, this is something that you can't automate. It's something that I don't care how many funnel script or whatever softwares are out there, real engaging quality ad copy, you can't automate that. You can learn the principles of it and have templates like I give, but it's not something that you can just copy and paste kind of thing. Okay, you can do done with you, not really done for you. But anyway, to the point. So what did I do? So the first thing is I identified this as a possibility, as something I could sell, something that would attract a lot of people. And it was something I was actually excited about, as it had a unique sort of proposition at the time. So very simple. I always start my post with a headline. Okay, so this is a headline, you know, and then a strong opener. This is a strong opener where you want to keep the person reading. So this is all designed to keep you guys reading. Okay, obviously this is marketing. This is how you do it. So then I used a known tactic, you know, the fear of missing out, and created some urgency. So I kind of said, you know, I don't care who you are, at some point you'll be exposed to this. And I was right. You know, I called this as being a big winner, and it was. Okay, and it's still around now, despite many people thinking it wouldn't be, but here it is. And you know, I was passionate about it. I let that come through here, and then I used, you know, bullet points. So it's like a mini sales letter almost. You know, you can see it's like a mini sales letter almost. And I do loads of these. So I then used 3 angles here, which I thought would really appeal to the people that I was talking to. Now, you want to really think about who you're selling to and disregard everybody else. Okay, so I didn't care about anybody else. I just spoke directly to who I wanted this to attract to. So the first point, the first angle I used was brand new, right? I wanted to make it clear that this is brand new, that nobody else has access to this at the moment, which was all very accurate. You know, the creator of this system, Matthew Neer, showed me, and a few other pals, I assume, the system before he, you know, 6 months before he told me, Jazz, I'm working on this thing. And that's another point. For me to be in the position of seeing this early, obviously I had a relationship with the creator of it. Okay, so that comes into actually being able to build relationships, being in the right circles, being part of the right networks, excuse me. So I wanted to make it clear this is brand new. Okay. The second angle I wanted to make clear is that you can earn big ticket, high ticket commissions, leveraging other people's efforts. Okay. That was a big selling point in this sort of system. It was very cool. And then they had this viral method, a pass up method, and viral pass ups. You know, I won't go into that. It's too mind boggling, you can say. But basically, they had this unique viral method, which was very cleverly designed. And I wanted to push that as one of the angles. So then the next point is a strong call to action. So if you want to be notified as soon as this goes live, just say waiting list. Okay. And then, you know, I did a PS as well. So PS is a very powerful point in a post, and also sales letters. I use them all the time. So I also said, traffic vendors, get ready. It's about to be a very busy few months. So I was appealing to traffic vendors here as well. Okay, so appearing to a wider audience. So we got 161 comments. So that's more like 80 people, right? That's more like 80 people, because half of the comments are mine, obviously, saying sent. So all I did at this point, you know, actually reading this again now, it looks like I put them onto a waiting list. Yeah. So what I did is I got them to opt in to a waiting list. Okay. So just a very simple opt-in page that said waiting list. And what happened is, when this launched, you know, when this thing launched, then I sent these people the link. Okay. I gave them a little bit of a follow-up, and then I sent them the link. But really where it went down was in the DMs. All right. Where it went down was in the messengers. So after this part comes the selling. Okay. It's really, you got to just be good at selling. Right. And there's really no there's really no way you can just fake that or fast track that. Selling is an art, and you've just got to know exactly, you just got to learn it. It's a skill, right? You just got to really put the time in. Now look, I hope that made sense. Okay, so really it's about that core theory. Let me show you that again. Really need to imprint this in your mind here. Someone to sell to, something to sell, somewhere to sell it. Then the next key component was I was able to write some powerful ad copy to draw people in. Okay, I was able to get them excited about something. Then I was able to sell them on the idea. So those are the three basically key components there. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on some questions. So Glenn Adams says, do you join different groups to do this? So, you know, I'm not sure what you mean, but in order to build the network of people, yes, I mean, joining groups is definitely one way, you know, but really what you want to do is the main thing you want to do with this sort of stuff is you want to stand out from the rest of the marketplace. You want to be different. So you want to see what everybody else is doing in your niche and do it better or do it differently. Okay. So if nobody else in your niche is doing Facebook Lives, do Facebook Lives. If nobody else in your niche is talking about really how to get results, then really talk about how to get results. Okay, because there's one thing that sells better than anything else, and that's just being genuine and telling people what works. Okay, the best selling tool is actually getting people results. So if you're able to do that, you know, all these little hacks like join Facebook groups, add people from here, siphon people from here, all of that is trumped by giving quality content, giving real, valuable, tangible how-to stuff. Okay, so how can you actually do that without knowing that yourself? So it always starts with an education. So you have to really get to a point where you know what you're doing. Okay, because if you can't help yourself and have these skills to share with people and deliver this value, then you're not going to be able to demonstrate that to others. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So it's all about really being passionate and being in it for the long haul. You have to be passionate about the game. I'll give you a great example. Like there's a guy, I'm chatting with him now. His name is like Pierre Baker. This guy here, Pierre Baker. Like he's got a mad hustle about him. Like you can just see it. When I started, it reminds me exactly of me. He just got mad hustle. He's hungry for it. He's got no negativity, no moaning, no victim mentality. The worst thing is this victim mentality that everybody's carrying around with him. Is so bad for business, so bad for success. It just stifles you, and really there's no helping people like that. I've tried, believe me. My biggest mistake was trying to help people with that have this victim sort of mentality. So there's that. Now this is lagging slightly behind, so I'm going to see if there's any more questions here. Any other questions? Please do let me know. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for that to come up if there are any. If not, that is cool as well. So really, it's just about with regards to Glenn's question with the do you join different groups to do this? So that is a strategy I employed in the early days. You basically need to figure out where your ideal customer hangs out, and you need to be in those places consistently and deliver value. Okay, so that is the way to do it. All right, and not in a robotic sort of repetitive way, but you need to do it in a kind of value driven, from a place of passion. That sort of stuff works better. Works a lot better. Okay, so when you see these kind of things, I did this sort of headline intentionally because a lot of people might have thought I'll be like, join this program, use this traffic, that's how I made it. No, I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Okay, it's a process, and even paid traffic, it's a mindset. You have to know what you're doing with paid traffic. Paid traffic is not a thing where you can just chuck money at the wall. You have to understand how it works, how to optimize each step of it. Capture page, sales page, follow up, back end. Okay, what else is there after they go through the funnel? Is that it? No, you have to think beyond that. So always thinking, always learning. It's the only way. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna wrap this up. It's 2:15 here. Yep. If you're watching this on the replay, just let me know. Just put a replay comment in the comment section. Give myself a bit of engagement, which is always good. Other than that, any other questions, just reach out. But bear in mind that if you would have listened to me and jumped inside my Traffic Masters course, all of this would have been laid out to you very, very clearly. Everybody who's in it is now benefiting from this. I can't believe just how much value we're giving every single week, every single day in this. It's really what everybody needed. But again, it's still good to share this sort of stuff with the wider public, of course. So that's all good. I'm going to wrap this up now. Hopefully that was helpful to many of you. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please don't just you know, ignore this and get trapped by another shiny object syndrome. Most of you probably will. Please try not to, because it's a vicious cycle. Nothing's going to change. Okay, try and educate yourself, learn these principles, learn the core theory, learn the dynamic hybrid ecosystem, and all you really got to do is just follow my content, because I'm going to give everything away. Okay, over the next 3-6 months, I'm going to just reveal everything and package it up. It'll all be good and clear, and that's it. Okay, so thanks for listening. I'll see you guys soon. Time for bed.